Today we are taking a road trip. I am on my way out to my brother-in-law's. I am on my way out to spend the day and the evening out there with him. I'll be back home tomorrow. It's just a short little drive, but it's the reason why I had to cancel the live stream. And so I figured I've got time in the truck, I might as well record a video. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm starting the part of the drive that is my favorite because I'm turning off the main highways and getting on some of those good old Texas backcountry roads that take me all the way out to their house. And I really love this part of the drive. Not quite yet. I'm not quite yet to that favorite part, but I just turned off the main highways, and yeah, we'll get to that part that I like, and I'll show you. I'll turn the camera around and record some of the open country that you get to see out here. It's peaceful, it's beautiful, and I really like coming out here. So, and it's not too bad of a drive, you know, a couple hours and you're good. So, but yeah, I noticed that, and I'm going to get this wrong because I didn't write it down, but I think it's yesterday I saw a comment come in from, I think it was Jan X or Gen X, I can't remember, like Jen, J-E-N, but I think it was Jan, J-A-N-X. I'll put her YouTube handle on, sorry, there's 18-wheeler in front of me doing crazy shit. I'll put her YouTube handle on the video whenever I edit this later on. But she left a comment and how she was like, oh, I'd subscribe again if I wasn't already subscribed because of this video. And it was a video I did a year ago. And it was the one where I said, why am I still afraid to talk on YouTube? And because she made the comment on that one, I was curious to see what I had said, because I vaguely remembered that video, and I was like, oh, I think I remember that video, and I wanted to watch it again, and I watched it back, and I commented back to Jen thanking her for commenting on that one because it made me watch my own video, and it reminded me of why I wanted to do YouTube to begin with and why I wanted to make these videos. And I feel like I've gotten away from that. I feel like I've gotten lost in the vanity metrics or I don't know what it is. I was talking to Rad Graham and Earl earlier this week on our Discord channel, and I feel like the creative juices are just tapped for me for some reason. And I think it's because I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. I'm like, oh, I got to get a good video out there because my numbers are tanking in my everything else. And I'm like, in that video that I watched, I was like, you know what? Back then you had 700 subscribers and were hoping to get monetized. And now you've got over 3,000 subscribers. You are monetized and you're not doing jack shit with it. You're just kind of sitting on your ass. And you know, back then, when I was reading through the comments on that particular video, I saw people that haven't commented in a long time. And it's because I'm not doing the content that brought them there in the first place. I'm not making videos where I'm grabbing a cup of coffee and talking to you. And I'm not being me. I'm trying to record something that I think will get the views and do the stuff that, you know, do the work of building the channel for me, right? That evergreen content, like that one video that skyrocketed my channel and got me monetized and all the subscribers, you know. And you know, that video, it's a blessing and a curse. I've said that before, because it got me monetized and it got me the subscribers I needed, but it's not really the kind of content I want to make. Yeah, I want to make it every now and then because it's funny, and I like having fun and being stupid, and I go for the punchline anytime I get. But like I said in that video, there's stuff I want to talk about, whether it's just having a coffee with you and we're just talking about shit that's going on, or I see something in the world that I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. You know, I want to get back to that. And I've been making, in my mind, I've been building up the process in my mind like it's this big ordeal, like it's difficult to do, like it has to be perfect, it has to be this production, when in reality, it doesn't have to be any of that. It can be me in the truck with my camera mounted to the windshield, because I buy all the cool shit, and I've got this really cool setup that I can suction cup my camera to the, and I've got GLaDOS. I'm recording this on GLaDOS again because I haven't used GLaDOS in forever, since I got the MacBook, and I'm like, GLaDOS is a great camera. Why haven't I been using her? It's my Sony ZV-1. I call it GLaDOS. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I've been building it up that it's this huge production that I have to make. And it has to be perfect, and I got to have the right edits, and I've got to have the right this, that, and the other. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to do any of that for you guys, because you guys like just me and bullshitting and hanging out and having a cup of coffee and just being real. And that, you know, my channel's not about being polished and making the perfect YouTube video that gets me 100,000 subscribers, though that is a goal. I ain't gonna lie. I would really like that silver play button. I don't think I'll ever get there, not with the style of content that I do, but I can get to where, you know, maybe I get 10,000 subscribers, and maybe if I stop screwing around and trying to do stuff that, if I stop doing stuff that I think will work and just do the stuff that is just me. Sorry if the audio is getting really loud. They are doing construction, and I'm on uneven road now, and it's basically half on the shoulder, half on the road. So it's making some rumbles. Anyway, and that blacktop smells like tar. But back to what I was saying. That's not my channel, you know? And it's like, it's just me talking from a Gen X point of view, talking to other Gen Xers and hanging out and commiserating on how the world has just gone batshit crazy recently, and it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do about it, but I think there are things we can do about it. And I think there are things that we can talk about and show that, you know, I should just be talking about that stuff. And instead, I haven't been. So I apologize to everyone who's been here from the beginning, if you're still around, and if by the grace of God this video is put in the feeds of those people who used to watch my channel and comment all the time. Dita Von Tess is one of them. You know, and there was others as well, and I'm spacing on the names, and I apologize, but yeah, I had such a cool group, you know, and I still do. You guys are great that are still there, but it's like there were more of us, and I screwed it up, and that's on me, because I didn't continue to do what I was doing that brought you guys here in the first place, which is me just talking to a camera, which is weird to think about. Me just talking to a camera is what brought you guys here, and you want to hear my opinion and on life and on things that I'm going through. And it's so weird to me that people want to hear what I think, because I've spent all of my life terrified and running scared and trying to live the safest existence that I possibly can, because if I live safely, then I don't have to deal with problems or issues that I don't know how to fix. You know, I'm not your typical Gen X who is all the resiliency. I'm the youngest of four, so, and we're all Gen Xers, and I had a lot of them who kind of helped me, you know what I mean? So I didn't have to figure shit out on my own. And then at 15, when I moved to Texas, and I had to start figuring shit out on my own, it scared the hell out of me. And so I figured the safest thing to do is to do what's expected of you, and then no problems arise, and then you don't have to figure out problems and solve them, right? And that leads to a very boring life, and a life that ultimately you make no decisions for yourself on. So take that for what it's worth. I have lived the vast majority of my life just doing what's expected of me and taking what life gives me as opposed to actually pursuing what I want. But anyway, yeah, it's just weird to me that people want to hear what I have to think when I've spent all my life trying to live a safe existence so that way I don't have to think about stuff. But it seems like the older I get, and now I'm like, well, shit, stuff is so messed up and just fucked up that now I can't shut up about it. You know, ever since I started dipping my toe in politics and wanting to learn more about that, then I realized, damn, this is messed. You people have screwed shit up. And I think that Gen X, honestly, I think that how we lived and how we were raised is something that needs to be shared with a lot of the younger generation right now, because they just don't get it. They've got such an easy existence that they don't understand what hard times can look like. And I think that now, with some of the stuff that's going on, it kind of is bringing that realization to the forefront, and they don't know what to do. They can't handle it. Because I'll be honest, it feels like to me the way that things are going right now with the war in Ukraine going on and our damn involvement with that, and now we've got, you know, we're hitting narco boats out of Venezuela, and we're doing all sorts of things military wise. For me, it kind of harkens and reminds me of the Cold War that we grew up in the 80s, and people are talking about nuclear war again. I think because of that, you're seeing a lot of the younger generations not appreciating necessarily where we've been for the past 4 years, and they're appreciating more where we're going. But I think that's the whole reason why now that we've got some very serious issues going on that we're dealing with, and I feel like we're dealing with them properly. Securing our borders, taking care of those who intend to do us harm, Americans harm, and dealing with it with a firm hand. But it is scary, and I think that it's pushing people back to their faith, which is a good thing. So, as Machiavellian would say, or as Machiavelli said, the ends justify the means, right? So, there's that. And I am just going all over the place as far as conversation, because there's been a lot on my mind, but I didn't know how to make a video about it and how to go about recording it so it would be productive on YouTube and all that shit. And I'm tired of, I do this all the time, right? I kind of peak and valley. You guys who have been here, you know I do this all the time, where it's like, ooh, I want to talk just like this and be just like this, but instead of being consistent and just doing this, I always think, ooh, I've got to do something and get 1,000 views. And I think that my days of posting a video that gets 1,000 views are probably over. I think that my channel, if I get a video that gets 100 plus views, that's a good video for me, and I think that's going to be just fine, because what I've learned from writing again and trying my hand at that and revisiting something that I've always wanted to do my entire life, since it's all I've ever wanted to do is be a writer, and going back to that, it's been fun, and it should be fun, and YouTube should be fun. And Earl, you're absolutely right that you know, I've got a pretty loyal following, fortunately, and that at the end of the day, it's my channel, and that I can put whatever I want on there. I'm not I'm not a Mr. Beast, and I'm not somebody who has that kind of audience, right? So yeah, I gotta stop making it such a big deal and just hit record. So that's where I've been, and that's what's been going on behind the scenes as far as Gen X POV goes, and I think I was just putting way too much pressure on myself to be creative as opposed to just showing up for you like what I used to do. And I'm like, I see Tracy and other people doing the Vlogmas, you know, where they're doing, you know, a vlog every day. And I think, man, I need to get back to, it'd be nice if I could do that and get comfortable again with, you know, being in front of the camera again, get comfortable with the video editing software, which Final Cut Pro, which I know how to slap together basic stuff right now, but I'm nowhere as near proficient with it as I was with the Adobe software, and that's just because I haven't spent the time with it. So yeah, there's stuff that I need to do, and I just need to make videos and play again, essentially is how I feel about it, right? I need to just make videos, play with the software, play with what I put out, and just put stuff out there for you and show up. Because like I said, going back and rewatching that video and going back and reading the comments on that video really reminded me as to what this channel was all about in the beginning, and how special that was, and how I have really lost sight of that and screwed it up for everyone. So this video, aside from me taking you on a road trip, is my apology to you. I need to remind myself more often that it's okay to be myself. It's okay to just talk to you, and it's okay to just be some random talking head YouTube channel. I've already got what I said I wanted, which is it's monetized. I've got over 1,000 subscribers comfortably. I'm still gaining subscribers, oddly enough, even though I've been screwing up lately. And yeah, I know I'm gaining subscribers because of that one viral video, so you will see me from time to time drop videos that are similar to the Wire Gen X The Way They Are video that has, I think, 160,000 views now. You'll see me do some of those from time to time, because there's some funny shit that I can poke fun at ourselves and poke fun at other generations with. So yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that more. And like I said, just play and have fun with this. So I'm sure this is going to be, by the time I edit this together, it's not going to be quite as long as what the drive was, but it's probably going to be a pretty long one. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're still here, especially if you're an old school follower from July 2024, when this whole thing started. If you're new to the channel and you're just kind of checking out because you saw the video of Wire Gen Xers The Way They Are and you want to check out the most recent, well, past year's been an adventure. And as you're learning, as I've said multiple times, I am owning up to the mistakes I've made, and I'm going to be trying to be just myself. We're going to do coffee talks. We're going to do Gen X POV conversations. I went and actually dug out, I had to go find it, and put it on the MacBook, my Coffee Talk logo. The Gen X coffee cup logo that I used to put in the lower corner. I'm like, damn it, I want to do those again, because coffee talks were fun. And one of the people that I used to talk to all the time, Mark, I haven't seen him around because I used to do coffee talks and he would watch them in the morning. And I haven't seen him commenting in a while because of me. Anyway, if you made it this far, I sincerely thank you. I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be. All I know is that I'm going to try and do better, show up better, and enjoy the ride. Kind of like I enjoy driving out here and on the country roads and admiring the rolling hills and just the beauty that God has given us. We are some lucky people, folks, that we get to see and live in this beautiful world that I think we just don't spend enough time in. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of this drive, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you in the comment section. Promise.